Hello and welcome back to another video. We are still deleting files off my braille notes so I can return it, so we're going through them on YouTube. Today, we're talking about the history of the baseball field, the baseball bat, and the baseball itself. So 3 aspects of the game of baseball, the best sport on the planet. This came about as, basically, this was a PE project back in September or October, sometime around there. And my 2 teammates couldn't do jack squat, so I ended up writing their parts for them, but they ended up somehow finding stuff to use. So I never deleted it. So I have them all right here, and you can use any amount of information if you want for a speech or a video or whatever. I give consent to share. I hate copyright laws. They're freaking annoying. But, yeah. So I just did all this by Google, and let's get into it. Baseball field can be made, we're starting with the field. Baseball field can be made out of grass or turf. Turf is artificial grass. The same thing some football and soccer fields are made of. It was invented in 1965, originally called chimgrass. It was renamed AstroTurf after the Houston Astros used it in their ballpark during the 1966 season. It can last up to 20 years of use before you have to change it. The majority of MLB stadiums have real grass, except the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Texas Rangers, the Toronto Blue Jays, Tampa Bay Rays, and Miami Marlins. For years, the chief executive Derek Hall of the Arizona Diamondbacks, who owned Chase Field, that's where the Diamondbacks play, got complaints about the playing field. Fans said it looked ugly after a hot summer. The players said the grass dried and hardened during the season, causing the ball to bounce too high and roll too fast. And the medical team said large patches of dead grass was a risk of injury and a safety hazard. The chief executive didn't want to switch because he was a traditionalist and wanted real grass. Finally, he switched when he found B1000, like B1K grass, or batting 1000 system from Georgia called Bayshore Sports Turf. He switched because he thought it was close enough to real grass. The Miami Marlins played with grass for 8 years at Marlin Park, but they switched this year, 2020, to Shaw's Turf as well. Also, the Texas Rangers are using the same material in their brand new stadium. What the frick did I just scroll over? I spaced over too far. In their brand new stadium, Globe Life Field, this season, again 2020. So, artificial turf can be made from, nylon poly propylene, the cheese, or polyethylene. They put pieces of rubber and turf to soften the playing field and to prevent injuries like concussions. Another reason why sports teams use artificial grass is because it's less work. It is easier to install, lower maintenance costs, and easier to take care of fake grass, you lazy people. Real grass requires a lot of ground prep and water to keep it looking well. But some fields have built-in irrigation system. That would be really cool. If my garden had an irrigation system, ooh, you know how much free time that would give me? A disadvantage of fake grass is the burn you get when it comes in contact with your skin if you slide on it. That is the worst. You know, like in a carpet, like when you're inside and you're playing a game or something, and you go to slide on the carpet. Oh, those rub burns from the carpet. That's what it's like. Fun fact: 17 NFL and 5 MLB teams play on artificial turf. And pretty soon the NBA is gonna get an artificial turf. Okay, the last one's a joke. They play on a hardwood floor.
My apologies. I couldn't hear what you said.
I didn't call you. Anyway, now we're getting to the baseball bat. A baseball bat is a wooden or metal club that is used to hit a baseball. That is the description on Wikipedia. A club. I just love it calls it a club. In MLB regulation, it can't be more than 2.75 inches or 7 centimeters in diameter at the thickest point or the barrel, or 42 inches or 1.067 meters or 3.5 feet long in length. But historical 3-pound or 1.4 kilogram bats had been used. Bats used to be played with. Yeah, that makes sense. That is 48 ounces. Today, bats weigh 33 to 36 ounces are used. The bats are made from plastic. You can pick those up at Dollar Tree. You have your wood bats or your aluminum one. The wood bats are in the MLB. The aluminum ones are in college. The wood is white ash sugar. I almost messed that up. I was about to have a bunch of wood. Here are the wood they're made out of. You can have white ash. You can have sugar maple, hickory, and bamboo. Those are the 4 they currently use. Back in the 1870s, they used pine, spruce, and willow wood. I don't know how that would be, but okay. We want to scroll over. Thank you. When a bat is made, they put a label on the bat. The manufacturer places the bat label over the mechanical weaker side of the wood to reduce the chances of fractures and shattering, and to deliver more energy to the ball. But I mean, shattered bats still happen all the time. If someone throws like a splitter or something, like Mario Rivera threw his splitter, there were so many broken and shattered bats. They had so many, they literally made him a rocking chair out of broken bats when he retired. When the bat is done, they put the manufacturer's serial number and the signature of the player endorsing it branded into the opposite side. Baseball bats can come in the natural color of the wood, or brown, red, black, silver, pink for Mother's Day, yellow, etc. You can have any color baseball bat. A fungo bat. Now, you might see these during a practice. This is what the coaches use, and I was very curious about that, so I went out of my way to do some extra research for this one. A fungo bat. Fungo bat. Fongo. Fungo bat is a practice bat designed to hit a baseball more accurately to a certain player on the field. It is longer, thinner, lighter, oh, I'm struggling, than a regular bat. If you used a fungo bat in a real game, it would break at the fin handle or turn a home run into a pop fly. But I mean, it'd be great for contact hitters like a Tony Gwynn, like a Whit Merrifield. They love contact. So you'd be like, if I can just poke it between second and third, but they already do that pretty well. But if you have a longer bat that's more accurate to hit the ball exactly where you want it to, that'd be cool. But now everyone wants to go for home runs and hit it over the. But yeah, I said it would turn into a pop fly. So either you're gonna pop it up and it's gonna go behind you into the stands, or it's gonna be like a mile high pop up and on the infield or something like that. The most popular manufacturer for bats are Louisville Sluggers in Louisville, Kentucky. They started making bats 136 years ago, and they started in 1884. Before that, they were a regular wood shop that didn't make baseball bats. I watched a YouTube video on this, that's where I got that one from. Only 5% of their wood at the shop turns into MLB bats. That is crazy for how much wood they have there. I don't know if I put how much they have, but man, that's a very small percentage. There are 22 steps to turn a piece of wood into a baseball bat. They also have the world's tallest bat at 120 feet tall. I believe that's right outside the door when you first go there. But yeah, I want to go there very, very badly. And my favorite thing about baseball bats, I guess, is the sound it makes when you hit the ball. I love the plunk, just the swish, boom sound when it hit the ball. That is one of the best sounds. And with empty stadiums in 2020 and like half capacity or whatever in 2021, I've never really paid attention to the sound until now. And then college, you love that ping sound of the metal bats on the baseballs. Oh, and that is fantastic. I love the pinging sound. The ding, the aluminum sounds so much cleaner, but the one in like MLB and professional baseball, that sounds cool too. When you hit it well, and you know it's gone, it just, it sounds different. I love it. But now we're talking about the actual baseball. A baseball is the main part of the game of baseball, along with the bat. Again, Wikipedia. Thank you. Every baseball has 108 red threads, which are stitched. Oh god, I even slowed down to read the word and I still messed it up. Stitched. The two cowhide together, and stitches the two cowhide together, and they come from Canada. Go check out Zack Hample if you want to know more about this. I sort of did a brief summary of his YouTube video. He dissected an entire baseball, got all the way down to, I'm going to briefly go over it. I remember that much. Again, I haven't looked at this since like October when I presented this project to my class, but go check out that video if you want a lot more information. The stitches is 88 inches long, and they are waxed. The outside of the ball is made of cowhide, which have to be 1/100th of an inch thick. That is very, very skinny. Rollins gets most of their cowhide from Pennsylvania. I think I looked that one up. Zach did not give that one in the video. Every baseball has their own 6-digit code to tell it apart. I don't know who's working on a baseball for a 6-digit code, but I believe they put it on the inside of it. So how would you even tell? Anyway, under the cowhide is called the center. It has approximately 555 feet of white thin polycotton thread. Nuts is 150 feet. Nuts is 150 feet of 3-plied gray yarn. After that is 65 feet of tan 3-plied yarn. Next is 220 feet of gray 4-plied yarn. Underneath that is called a pill. It is a pink and bouncy. Oh, it is pink and bouncy. Finally, at the center at the ball, it is called a pellet. It is tan / light gray, made of granulated cork, compressed with black rubber. The baseball is held together with adhesive to make sure it all sticks together. Okay, fun facts. Thank you, Zach, for that. Go check out the video. The main baseball manufacturer is Rollins Sports Good Company. They also make what? Whoa, what was I even reading? Sports Good Company. They also make baseball gloves. Oh yeah, they produce an average of 2.4 million baseball per year. That is crazy. The MLB says they use about 65 balls per game, and they use 157,950 baseballs used in a season. Now, the reason I got to that number, I think, if I remember correctly, so you have 65 balls a game. So that's for one game, for one team. So the Cubs, so my favorite team, they use 65 games today, and 65 tomorrow, and 65 the next day. So you take that times 162. So that would be the Cubs one, but then you would multiply it by 30, because there's 30 teams, but then also it said 65 per game, not 65 per team. So would you cut it in half and say the Cardinals use 30? Would that be 34 technically? Because you can't have 35 and half. No, 20. Oh god, I'm messing it. Half 15. Half of 30 is 15, and then 30, 17. So each team uses 17 and a half balls or something. I don't know, but that's how I got that number. They used to use horsehide until they switched in 1974 for cowhide. I don't know why they switched, but they switched because there was a shortage in horses to use. Yeah, they were busy racing in the derby. Yeah. A guy. Oh God, I love it. A guy named A.G. Spadlane made headlines in 1888 because he led a world tour of a baseball game demonstration. By 1900, he was selling baseballs between 4 cents to $1. What? I want a 4-cent baseball. I don't have any baseball. Like I want the real stuff, not the plastic kind you can get for $1 at the store. No, I want a real MLB baseball one day. I don't care who it's signed by. I don't care if it's signed by the lowest guy on the roster, like a Lucas Sims, the relief pitcher for the Cardinals, or the best player in baseball, like Mike Trout. I could care less, but it'd be cool just to have an actual MLB baseball. It takes an average of 13 to 14 minutes to hand stitch a baseball. So you 13 to 14 minutes, 8-hour shifts all the time. Yeah, that sounds like fun. A baseball and a softball are different. A softball is larger larger and the outside is made of leather and is dyed yellow, so it can be seen better. Oh yeah, that's it. So it can be seen better. But yeah, I googled that one as well. So that's very interesting. And yeah, that's all I got in this video. Friday video. I'm very excited for Friday video. Friday video is going to be a banger. I love that. Probably gonna be. I keep saying my favorite video ever, but I'm planning on doing a ranking of my favorite videos in June, because I'll be on YouTube for 3 years, and this video is gonna make the list. So the way that's gonna work, since I've been on YouTube 3 years, I'm gonna take the 3 separate years. So I'm gonna have a category from 18 to 19 in that 365-day span, and then from 19 to 20, that 365-day span, from 20 to 21, June 12th. That span. And so we have 3 separate lists, and we're going to see, and it's based on when it was uploaded, not when it was written or filmed, when it hit YouTube, the timestamp on it. So I'm very excited for that video. Well, those 3, the trilogy. I think I'm going to do all 3 of them on June 12th. Or something like that, or maybe I'll do it leading up to the 12th, and I'll have something special on the 12th. But tomorrow's video is making that list. I can guarantee that. So anyway, let's see if I can find any other video to record, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.